Good afternoon, parents. Thank you for joining in on our SLT. I know that this is a hybrid meeting, so we have some individuals that are in the building with us and some that are completing remotely. I am Principal Signal. We just sent out a blast to all of our parents, everyone who's going to be a part of. Thank you for giving us a couple of minutes. I do believe today's going to be a quick meeting because one, we still have to wait for our PTA elections. Okay, so we're just going to let this be a meeting where we're sharing some information and introducing everyone. Let me see, who's my parents here? I see 11 participants. Thank you. In the chat, we have the sign-in sheet. If you could kindly just print that out. And if you are a parent, can you kindly just introduce yourself and say what grade and what class your child is in? Just so you know, we are recording this meeting for our other parents who couldn't be with us today. We place it on our website. We also have a district liaison individual that's part of the meetings as well. He's not here today, but then I'm sure that they're going to be reviewing that later on for our school leadership team meeting here at PS 140. Okay.
I'm Chanel. I'm Amber's mom. She's in 5th grade Miss Peer class.
Okay, thank you very much, Chanel. Make sure I get your name spelled right. Shernnell.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, thank you. All right,
No
next. Segment. Then, okay, I see parents in the room. You have to unmute yourself and speak because these meetings are not for the public. These meetings are for parents, and I have to confirm who the parents are here in this building, okay?
Hi, my name is Carrie Ann Gallimore Smith. I'm the parent of Sky Smith. She is in kindergarten, Miss Manba Hall's class.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, and I feel like we have two more parents.
Hi, my name is Ramona.
Hi, Ramona.
Hi, my daughter name is Malaya Brown. She's in Mr. Garber's class.
Okay, great. Thank you. Ramona, what's your last name?
Shemango.
Shemango. Okay, thank you very much.
No problem.
Okay, I see two more parents. One more parent. Mr. Singh? Mr. and Mrs. Singh? Okay, Mr. Singh, I need you to unmute. Huh? So they don't know how to unmute? So I am going to, if I can't communicate with the parents and confirm who's in this space, I am going to put you in the waiting room. Maybe you have some technology difficulties, or maybe you're in a space to where you can't unmute. But if you go into the chat, is there anything in the chat? Can you type anything in the chat?
There's nothing in the chat besides the link for the attendance.
For the attendance. Okay. Has Mr. or Mrs. Singh completed the attendance link? Can anybody look on that? Okay. All right. Thank you, everybody. Once again, I am Principal Signal. I am your proud principal of PS 140 Ellington Magnet. Thank you very much for being a part of this SLT meeting today. Like I said in the beginning, our PTA elections are coming up, so we are not a really official until we complete the nomination of the parents that are going to be a part of SLT, the executive board of the PTA, and the Title III representation. And we will go over that. I'm going to let all the staff members have an opportunity to introduce themselves today, okay? I'm going to mute myself.
Principal Signal, I didn't introduce myself. Sorry, I was trying to speak to another parent.
Oh, no problem.
I'm sending information to.
Go right ahead.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Tiffany Moore Murray. My son Sebastian is in the 3rd grade there. and I've been a part of the school community for a couple of years. Um, I'm here with you guys again.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's Dr. DeCaris Fager Sammy, the assistant principal at Ellington Magnet.
Sorry about that. My name is Mr. Garber. I am a kindergarten teacher at PS 140.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mr. Wharton. I am one of the fifth grade teachers here at Ellington Magnet.
Good afternoon. My name is Henny Stembowski. I'm the testing coordinator as well as the union delegate here at PS 140.
Hello, I'm Zarina Moore. I am the media and research teacher at 140 in the UST Rep.
Okay, thank you, everybody, for introducing yourselves. You see that on the side of the school, we have quite a few individuals that are going to be a part of our SLT. We allowed the teachers to pick what they wanted to be a part of, and Zarina then moved forward in ensuring that they had a spot, whether she does elections or no one's running against them. This kind of looks like what we'll probably be like, right, Zarina? Okay. Okay, and all the parents, Tiffany had an opportunity. Okay. Okay, so we have the agenda. Everybody can see the agenda. So we have the Zoom link. We do this once a month. We have the dates also that we sent out, that we have the dates for the entire year. And I'd like to make I don't really have to make a motion because it's not an official meeting, but do we mind if everyone read the minutes on the website? Is there anybody that objects to that? Okay, I can't hear nothing because my volume is down maybe. And
Oh, I put your volume down because it was echo.
oh, yeah, I can turn it up now, right?
Yes.
We can hear you.
Okay, great. All right, I just couldn't hear you guys. Are you guys good with us having everybody read the minutes from the September meeting?
That's fine.
Okay, all right, thank you. All right, so normally we would make a motion and we would all have to reach consensus. It's not about voting. It's about us all coming together to make an agreement on specific things that are related to this meeting. Okay, Tiffany, I'm gonna let you go ahead. Even though I know that we're waiting for elections, if on behalf of the PTA or any other parent during this section would like to speak or ask any questions or celebrate anything that's happening on the parent end of our building.
So the only thing that I have to speak upon is that tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. virtually, we will be holding PTA elections, SLT elections, as well as elections for Title I, which will, each of the meetings will have separate sessions right after each other. So there'll be elections for PTA. After that's completed, we'll have elections for SLT. After that's completed, we'll have elections for Title I. 3 different flyers went out. You can run for 1, you can run for 2, you can run for all 3 if you like. But we definitely need a strong parent participation, not just this year, every year.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Would any parents have any questions or anything they'd like to share or anything during this parent section? Huh? Yeah, there's parents there. Yeah. Okay, nobody has nothing to say. Okay, y'all quiet. Any feedback or anything from the parents in regards to our school community? Any policies, any questions you may have? All right,
I don't think so.
okay, we don't.
But me personally, I don't. Does anybody else have any questions? Now is the time to speak.
Oh, they got my attention. We ain't gonna sit here all day, but okay. All right.
This Amber's mom. I don't have a
Okay.
question, but I really want to be part of the PTA this year. It's just my schedule is just really weird. I finish work at 5:30. Today I'm off, so that's how I'm able to be in the meeting. But I
What
want to
yeah.
try. I'm gonna try and
Mhm.
log on. I start work at 9, but I'll try to log on to be part of it.
Well, everybody who is a parent, or a guardian of a student that's at 140, a staff member, everybody is a part of the PTA automatically.
Okay.
So whether you have an official position on the board, that's something different. But I want everybody to know you are a part of the PTA. You are a part of the PTA, and whether you have a position or not, we still need your help.
Okay, no problem.
Because like this time may not be for you, but there's going to be a time where you are needed and your expertise may be needed.
Okay, no problem. And I'm always here for you guys.
Thank you. Oh, I feel some kind of way because Amber in 5th grade. Okay, I see you.
I know.
I don't want to leave you guys.
Okay, thank you very much for the
Principal
PTA.
Signal, I do have a question. When is SOT training?
An email just went out today for the district.
I know that's usually around October, November, like it's coming soon.
Yes, I'm gonna go ahead and turn it over to UFT if there's no more parent questions while I look for the email, okay?
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, I'm gonna turn my volume down while you ask any questions, okay? Zarina?
Yes, I don't really have any.
Okay, maybe about the breast cancer walk, D75, all those type of things.
Yes, tomorrow. Okay. Okay, so you said the breast cancer walk, that is Friday. District 71, 5811 will be joining PS 140 to the breast cancer walk around the school on Friday.
Tomorrow, Friday?
Yes.
Can we just give the dates? Because I don't know if it's like this Friday or next Friday.
I'm sorry, it's
okay.
tomorrow.
I just wanted clarification, not only for myself, but for those that may be not scared, but are unable to to speak.
Okay. You know what? I wanted to talk about the UFT is in negotiations with the DOE to create clear guidance of schools on the implementation of a multi-tier system of supports initiative. And this is for students, targeted instruction for students who need extra support as well. So they're hoping that the updated DOE guidance will be issued soon. Okay, basically that's it. Oh, and the respect thing for the parish, do we need parish?
Yes, we do need parish.
That seems to be a citywide thing, so as I said before, the UFT has been trying to get additional money for parish, and that's basically moving forward, so they're gonna have a public hearing on November 13th to see what's going on with that legislation of paying paras more, so we'll be able to attract and retain paras. Okay? All right.
Okay.
I have a question,
Yes.
Ms. Moore, regarding that. How does the government shutdown affect like these negotiations as well as the funding that the school is receiving right now?
Funding?
So with the government shutdown, remember it's the federal government shutdown, right? And so our president is the one who really and truly shares a lot of that policy that's around there. We still are in the state of New York, so there's a lot of New York state policy that our governor puts forth. So right now, as of right now, a lot of those initiatives that are frozen at the federal level, I know that there has been some talk around us advocating to ensure that we keep things the way that it's been. as far as us having certain funding that's for our Title III, which is that supports our ENL learners, funding that supports our students with disabilities, as well as some of our magnet funding. So all of those funding sources are federal funds. For us as a school community, it doesn't really impact very hard because I'm very frugal with the school budget, and every penny that we have, I spend on students and families. So I don't know how that's going to impact when the mid-year adjustment happens, which is somewhere around December. And I do know that in our school building, we are we have about 210 kids. With our 210 kids, about 27% of those 210 kids are special needs students. So those students can be in specific class designation. There could be students that just receive any type of services, but they have GE. All of those funding pieces are attached to that. And if there is a funding cut, because many of our students have moved, many of our students have left the country, I will definitely share it with everyone when it's shared with me. But as of yet, there hasn't been any type of funding cut as a result of the government shutdown. Okay, did I answer your question, Tiff? Okay. I'm going to pause because I know we have some new parents that kind of came in the room as well. So we went through the agenda that's on the board, and we see we decided to post the minutes. And so the minutes are there for everyone to review on our website. Also, this was the PTA section, and then this was the UFT section, where each one who represents that group is allowed to ask questions or needs to have any comments or anything they'd like to share or any feedback from me as the school principal or anything like that. It's within those groups. Also, this is a fluid public meeting. So if you do have a question, I do want to encourage you to raise your hand, or if you had a comment or anything like that, so you could be addressed as well. We also have an attendance sheet that's inside the chat. So those parents that just joined us, we want to make sure that we're capturing your attendance. Also, this couldn't be an official meeting because we do not have an official PTA. So that's why Miss Tiffany was explaining that tomorrow is PTA elections and they're going to be digital. Okay, they're going to be virtual and they're going to be in the morning. So tomorrow will be the PTA executive board elections. Then also we will have the Title I rep elections, as well as there's one more pocket in the elections.
SOT. You heard me? SOT.
My volume is down, sorry.
SLT.
I'm sorry, repeat that again, Tiffany.
SLT.
SLT, whichever parents that will be the official representation for the parents.
Because we need there's 2 parent seats.
Right, okay, so those are the elections that will be held tomorrow. The SLT, the 2 seats, executive board, PTA, and then also the Title I representation.
If any parents don't understand the acronyms that are being used, like PTA, SOT, or if you guys need more clarification on something, please feel free to ask.
Thank you. Okay, so now this is where I go into the PS 140 update. We're fast in the passing throughout the school year. I know I got a lot of feedback from our parents about the 9 o'clock start. We have allowed parents to drop students off at 8:30, but remember the start time and as well as the things of what we do throughout the day are in line with the teacher contract, which is UFT. That's the United Federation of Teachers. Teachers did a vote at the end of the year last year as to how they wanted to use their time, and that's reflective in the start time of our day. Our school day ends at 3:20. One of the things that was helpful for this is that with our school day ending later, if we ended at 2:20, everybody would be late. And we would still be here an hour later just for our parents to come pick up their children. This school year, because we have a huge influx of new teachers that are not necessarily new to the Department of Ed, but are not new to teaching, but they're new to our building, we want to focus after school on teacher development. I am toying with the idea of having a Saturday program for a couple of Saturdays for each month for the entire school year. It will be academic. It could be tied with the dance program, the Good Dance program, because that is a parent-led initiative. Miss Good is a parent here at PS 140, and I saw that they had dance on Friday, and I was here Friday night till about 8 o'clock, and there was about 50 kids in there from all over the community. And they were dancing to their heart's content. They were doing acrobats and everything. Huh?
Wow,
Right. It wasn't just, we only had like 3 of
that's
our,
awesome.
yep, it was people from all over the community. This is a community organization. They pay for the permit themselves. And in the past, I've always veered away from doing stuff like that. But this year, I said that I think that we're in the perfect spot to really have our school community open for the community to come into our building and respect our building. That is also why, you'll see me downstairs greeting parents in the morning. You haven't seen me as of late because I've been having so many meetings outside of the district. So I know some parents was like, we hadn't seen you in a while. We had training, as Ms. Moore talked about, the multi-tiered support systems for students. I also went to training in Manhattan for 2 days on that, and we're going to be rolling that out with our school community as well as to how we're supporting each individual student with a wraparound services. That means between the home as well as school. But there's one piece that we really need, which is parents. I usually only hear from parents when they're upset. When everything is great, I don't hear from parents. So we need to change that. We are bringing back Miss Phoebe this year, and we are looking forward to, while you're working with Miss Phoebe, for the parents to create workshops that they want to see embedded with any different time. So that is to increase parent engagement as well. Ms. Robinson, Dr. Robinson now, she was a principal in New York City. She started her own company, and she is also a graduate of Harvard. So we want to celebrate her. I know that it was the feedback I got from last year. It was a great experience to support parents with helping their students learn literacy at home. I'm going to pause to see if you had anything to add about the experience last year with Ms. Robinson.
As a participant of that program, it was like truly amazing. It was a small group, but the tips and the tools that we took away from that in order to have a positive interaction with our children, I'm excited for the next go round.
Okay, that'd be great. Also based on our state scores for last year, meaning the current students that we have in the building right now, our current 5th graders who were 4th graders last year, and our current 4th graders who were 3rd graders last year that are sitting in the seat, we are at over 70% proficiency for ELA and math. And I just want to congratulate our school community. I've been here for over 15 years, and I started here when we were at 2% proficiency. And with all the different onboards of our additional staff members, I've done principal walkthroughs, I've done some observations, and based on what I have seen now, I'm very proud of the staff that we selected, and I'm very happy to see the skill set that they bring in. And so there are some things that we still have to work on. For those of you who participated in last week's CEC meeting, the highlight was PS 140 Ellington Magnet last week, and our students created a brief digital footprint of what they wanted to celebrate about PS 140. I'm going to pause for a second, and I'm going to let Dr. D. Chiaris.
Is she speaking? Because I don't hear anything.
I'll unmute.
Hi, my name is Hope, and I'm in 5th grade. Welcome to Edward K. Ellington. And thank you, Hope. Hi, my name is Milani. I'm in the 5th grade. I'm in Edward K. Ellington. And recently we celebrated an event for our dad. And my dad came, and we had a wonderful time celebrating at Edward K. Ellington with donuts and coffee to celebrate your dad. Hi, my name is Amber, and I go to Edward K. Ellington. In 21 days of school so far, I've learned how to use so many different strategies to add up to practice. Just like using mathematical numbers, computation, and defining them up like things about it. I've learned so much second grade, and I can't wait to learn. Hi, my name is Teresa Facade. I teach at Edward St. Ellington, and I'm in 5th grade. And one of my favorite subjects so far is ELA. And what we're learning in ELA right now is inventions and how their inventions affected the lives of people and what led them to make those inventions. Hi, my name is Karina, and the grade I'm in is grade 5, and the school I go to is PS 140 Edward K. Ellington. And what I like celebrating about this school is this beautiful mural.
So that's just a taste of what happens here at PS 140. Thank you, Dr. D. And that was created by students and along with our AV coordinator, Mr. Farris. So we push out a lot of our social media because we are a technology school. We really share that. If you look and a lot of the communication in the beginning for parents, if you do not want your child videotaped or shared or anything, you would have had to inform us in writing. So I hope parents are reading all of the information that we send out because that notification was shared with parents as well as our cell phone policy. I'm going to pause and see if any of our parents have any questions whatsoever. Is there anything in the chat? No. Anybody want to unmute and share anything?
I do. The whole video, is that on the school
Tiffany?
website? Just for those that are unable, that was unable to be
I
at
saw
CEC.
you had lit up, so I wasn't sure if you had anything.
Can you hear me?
Nope. Okay.
Oh.
Okay, so that was shared at our CEC meeting last Thursday because we are in support of a new initiative by New York City hospitals of stopping the vaping. I know that vaping, a lot of people may think that vaping is something that impacts adults or impacts teenagers. However, vaping starts as young as 4th and 5th grade because they're seeing their parents vape, they're seeing their older siblings vape, and we don't really know any additional information as to how healthy this is, right? It's still smoke. A lot of people feel like, oh, if I'm vaping and it's just water, it doesn't do anything to my lungs. It really and truly does. So there is a new initiative that is rolling out, and we're going to be a part of that initiative, and our parents are going to be a part of it. So please look out for all of these different surveys that will ask you very quickly to give your 2 cents on. That way we can really and truly get a lot of the information from you. So we just ask that when you put that out, please respond. Okay, I'm looking at the time as well. On the section of our agenda that says Title I information, we know that we don't have a Title I representation, but I do know that last year it was approximately $3,000 that is solely for parents, and parents can say how they want to spend that money. And that's connected to the elections that are happening tomorrow. For the Title I representation would be the one that would lead that work. Thank you, Tiffany, for sharing the bylaws. We have our bylaws for our PTA. There are some language in it. There are some language pieces that we must address in it as far as hybrid meetings and things like that. And that's something that will be on the agenda for our PTA once the PTA is elected. And then as a group, we will come together to review our current SLT school leadership team bylaws. So I would like to put those 2 items on the agenda for next week. And I'd like to open it up to see if there are any parents that would like to add anything on the agenda for next month. The next meeting is November. Definitely not the week of election, the week after. November 20th.
And I just wanted to bring, can you hear me?
I want, wow.
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah. Is that parent teacher conferences that week? Of Thanksgiving? No,
Don't think
Thanksgiving is the week after. Yeah. That's why we did that. Okay, so yes, the next meeting will be at 3:20. But why? Why would it be at 3:20, even though if it is parent teacher conferences? Last year?
During the, June SOT, whenever we sat, to go over the dates. Maybe put it in notes and see why we decided.
I don't think it impacts us either way, because I feel like even if it's a remote day, we'll all be where we have to be by then. I hope. So we're just trying to solidify the next area. It is parent teacher conference day. Yeah, that's probably why the time was adjusted. But I feel like if we wouldn't have said 3:20, we would have said we couldn't because we didn't know if it was gonna be 2:20. At the time, we didn't have the vote, right? That's what really makes sense. Yes, so we do have to adjust that. Our next meeting could very well be at 4:20 because we will all be gone by then. We'll be gone, but at least we'll be home to be able to do it. Because if we do it here, parent teacher conferences are not in person. We're gonna all be out, right? So that way, my two teachers on here, like you guys, you understand what we're saying? Like that about time we end at 3:20, because it is a full day of work. So before it used to be a half a day of work, but it's a full day of school. We leave and then go to parent teacher conferences.
Which one is that, November?
Yeah.
That's the early dismissal day.
Early dismissal day.
If we're doing afternoon, evening, we're doing everything in one day, right?
Yeah.
The kids do 11 something, 11:30.
So it's a half a day?
Yes.
Does it say it on the calendar?
Evening.
I feel like they took away the option for it.
To be afternoon. and
Yeah.
evening?
Right?
Yeah, you're right.
So that's
Okay.
only afternoon.
Because,
Look,
November 20th just says afternoon evening for high school K to 12 and 6 to 12.
right.
November 13th, afternoon evening for middle and B75 students dismissed 3 hours early. It doesn't say that for November 20th. So
Okay.
So it's a full day of work.
Because ours is in November 20th, yeah, because it's a different date.
Everybody else, right. They didn't give it for the elementary school standalones
So November.
unless we selected that on the SBO.
There's 2 days on November 6th, says afternoon and evening parent teacher conference for elementary schools. Students in these schools dismissed 3 hours early. Then November 20th says afternoon and evening parent teacher conference for high school K to 12 and 6 to 12 schools.
So I feel like we went with the default, right, which would have been November 6th. All right, because at the time when we did the calendar for in June, we hadn't completed the voting. Yes, but we just got to confirm it. We got to, and then if that's the case, that means November 6th is a half a day of school.
And it doesn't impact November 20th, which would be next.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna pause because that's definitely a lot. Let me speak to some of my colleagues over here. Because I feel like the elementary schools in the area. Parents, do you guys have a question? Do you guys hear what we're discussing about? Because that impacts you guys. That's November 6th.
Can you hear me? Check the chat.
Okay, parents. Let's see. Anybody in the chat? Nope.
I hear you, Stephanie, but I don't think it's
Y'all
supposed
see
to.
my little some more. and then want to call all the way till 8 o'clock at night and be like, is school open tomorrow? And we're like, no, it's a half a day. Or if you haven't made childcare arrangements. So a half a day for us would be.
Hello? Thanks, Amber. Thanks, Chanel.
Yep. Pickup is at 12:20, November
No.
6th.
I don't think they could hear.
So that week we have elections,
I don't know.
which are no students. And then that Thursday is parent-teacher conferences. Half a day of school for afternoon parent-teacher conferences and evening. I see a new message down there. Okay, nobody's saying anything. Tiffany, are
Yes.
you saying something and I can't hear you? Hold on. Go ahead, Tiffany. I'm sorry.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I've been speaking for the longest time.
I'm so sorry. I couldn't hear you because we're in the room. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's
go
okay.
ahead.
So I believe the date was picked the way that it was because SOT has to be in person for the core, for not just the core members, but for the team members. SOT has to be in person. So
Unless we
that's
change
what
the
the
bylaws.
issue was.
Unless we put the language in the bylaws.
I thought she said regardless, this was a meeting that had to be in person.
Okay. You know why
Only
I'm
hire for parents that
say that?
aren't on the team.
Because a lot of parents won't run out then because they can't be in person. They won't want to be elected. I felt like she kept saying in the email, as long as we address the bylaws, even though we want it to be in person. I'll double check and go back to the notes, but that's one issue. But then also the date around this year's calendar, the city gave multiple options about parent-teacher conferences. Okay, so November 6th is parent-teacher conferences, and it's a half a day of school. And that is, remember, November 4th is election day.
Yes.
There are no kids in session. Believe it or not,
Yes.
there are people that turn around and send their kids to school when school's closed.
In an incident like that, what happens? Do you send a child back home? Do you call a parent? Like, what happens when a child is sent to school and the school is not in session?
So usually the door is locked. If school safety is here, she'll try to stop the parent before they pull off. But a lot of parents do pull off where a child's walked to school, which normally NYPD should be picking them up then, and then making sure they get home. But what will probably happen is that school safety would probably call me or Andrea, and we would call the parent and be like, hello, you sent your child to school and school's closed. So that's why we send the text messages, the links, all these type of things, and the teacher puts it in their messages. So some parents do miss it because I do answer the phone late at night and they're asking about if school is in session. Okay, were there any other questions about our next SLT meeting? Particularly for my parents. I got 14 parents in here, yay. I got 14 people in here.
I don't have anything to say regarding about the date and the time of the SLT, but I do have something that I'm going to bring to your attention now. It's not set in stone, so I don't have a date for it yet, but I did reach out to Donovan Richards' office regarding the Thanksgiving giveaway that was done at 140 last year to see if he would be willing to do it again this year for our parents.
Okay, sure, we would welcome that.
So I haven't heard anything back yet, but as soon as I know, you'll know.
Okay, that'd be great. And that way we can have parents be able to come. Now, I know next week, I'm having my principal review. So what happens with the principal review is that the superintendent or the deputy superintendent visits the school and will then look and see if certain indicators are there with the school. There's also a part for parents to join. However, I don't have a functioning PTA, so I can't ask anyone to join. However, we have so many different opportunities for parents to ask questions, or if there's something about the school that they'd like to change or the school policy. This is a collaborative decision, but you have to show up, right? And be a part of it so we can really make this stuff happen.
I have a question. So at that point, when you're having your review, hopefully we will have a functioning board at that point. So would those parents be allowed to come to the review?
So I would want those parents to be prepared and I wouldn't
Okay.
want them to come, right? However, what I am highlighting is the things that are already be in place. And what
Okay.
I will do, I know that we were looking for a calendar date for the coffee with the principal and do a learning walk with everybody. So what I would do is have a virtual meeting in the evening, but then in the morning time, do a coffee at the principal where you can do a learning walk. So maybe I'll talk about all the instructional things that we've shifted to support our students from grades K to 5, and then we'll walk through classrooms and be able to see it. Now, with that being said, remember, it's the privacy of the other children as well. So you can't, just because you see them at the laundromat, you can't be like, oh, so-and-so, I saw your child in the classroom and they weren't doing the blocks like you were supposed to. Like, it doesn't work like that. Like, it's a very special process that I open up to parents so you can see how your children learn. However, we do have to respect the space. So I will do that.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, any other questions? All right. It's now 3:10. I'm gonna open it up for anybody that have any statements, any questions or anything, and then we can transition to dismissal. Yeah. Oh, yeah,
I
Dr. D.
just say, I wanted to repeat that there's no school Monday. It is Diwali. There is no school on Monday.
Right, there's
For
no school on
parents that did
Monday.
not know.
Right, there's no school on Monday. The book fair starts next week.
Picture day is tomorrow.
Get your day is tomorrow. Also the fact that we have some of our students that are participating with My Brother's Keeper, and they have a specific assignment that they're going to be working with Mr. Meltzer and Miss Silvisky, and they're usually the older grades, and they're going to be representing their culture, so they'll be wearing some of their traditional wear. I know that some of the Bengali parents have traditional wear, or the Guyanese parents, or any other Asian-based parents might have traditional wear. If there's something for like an African-American culture or anything like that, there's things that we can do with dashikis or anything like that. However you want to express yourself. It is Hispanic American Celebration Month, so we are bringing a Hispanic-based dish, and all the children are going to participate with at least 15 other schools in District 28 and go to this expo in person next week.
I have a question regarding the My Brother's Keeper. So you said with the older grades, like what grade is that? Just 5th grade, 4th or 5th, 3,
No,
4th, like 3.
usually 3, 4, and 5. Last year it was 3, 4, and 5. Yeah, but so there's multiple times a year that they come together and do different things. We really try to either utilize the student government or some of the kids that represent all the classes.
Is there like an alternate program for like the girls, like My Sister's Keeper?
It is. I just said it wrong. It is My Sister's Keeper. It's like My Brother's Keeper and My Sister or something. Yeah, yeah. I just said the first half of it, but yeah, they're both combined.
No problem. No.
Okay. All right. Any other questions or comments by our parents? Okay. Well, the next time we come together, we'll go over the CEP goals. I don't see that on the agenda, but we will save that for the next time, the CEP goals, so you can see overarching what goals that we have as a school community and what progress we're making towards those. And there is a parent section. All right. Thank you, everybody. We're going to go ahead and go to dismissal. Thank you for participating. We really appreciate it. Please know that we do clock the time to be 2 hours. And yes, on October 27th, there is a SLT training.
Okay.
Okay. It's
the
at
27th. That's Monday. Okay. Yes.
Yeah, October 27th at 6:30, and it is virtual.
Okay.
All right.
Yes. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, everybody.
See everybody tomorrow for elections.